So when we're looking at bedrooms, predominantly we'll be talking about packing clothes. Now, we're going to be looking at wardrobes and chest of drawers and how to get these items packed up. Now, with clothes, we can look at larger style boxes. We don't necessarily have to go for our smaller boxes. We can pack the larger boxes and not worry about weight. We have hanging items in wardrobes. We'll also have potentially drawers in wardrobes, and we will have some chest of drawers about the place. Now, rule of thumb for chest of drawers, we don't necessarily need to pack the items in them. If you have a chest of drawers which is full of clothes and we can take the drawers out, what we'll do is we will remove the drawers if the unit is too heavy, carry the unit minus a couple drawers to the van, put the drawers back in, and then wrap the item of furniture in a blanket safe for transport. So when we're looking at chest of drawers, as long as you're happy for us to take the drawers out, don't worry about packing them. If we're talking about bedside tables, which might have fragile items in, then potentially we want to pack those items securely or take them out. With wardrobes, when we've got hanging items, we have two options here. We have our larger style boxes, which we can use, and we have our wardrobe boxes that we can use. The difference really is whether you want the items to go into a standard box and potentially be folded, or if you do have some nice suits and dresses and we want to have those items hung classically, we can use these boxes. So looking at the standard box. So if we take, for example, an item on a hanger, there's not necessarily any need to take it off the hanger. We can fold the item and put the item with the hanger straight into the box. And we can pack the box up this way, not really having to consider taking it off the hangers, because ultimately if we take it off the hanger, it's just going to get put back on. So items like this, t-shirts, pairs of trousers, I would fold nicely and put in to the box. Again, we can look at packing the box out to make sure it's well filled. As we spoke about earlier, we don't want the box to be half empty. We need a nice full box, so if we do stack it, it's not going to sag. If we look at the wardrobe boxes here, the standard wardrobe boxes here come with a set size rail. And really it's as simple as taking the items that we want to remain hanging and stacking them into the box. Typically, we see people that have very nice dresses, shirts or suits using these wardrobe boxes. They are slightly more expensive to purchase than the standard size boxes. So sometimes we get a split where we have a couple boxes for all the nice suits and clothing and standard size boxes for everything else. So let's have a very quick look at a practical way to pack shoes. So lighter items, so we're going to be looking at a larger style box. Shoes come in all different sort of shapes and sizes. The most important thing we want to make sure is that the soles of the shoes, the dirty parts, are going to be touching the other shoes, especially if we're looking at trainers, ones that might have been used outdoors and are a bit muddy, especially it's winter at the moment, so that time of year. So we're either going to place them sole to sole and put them in the box, or we're going to place them top to top where we're then going to have sole to sole matching. So depending on the type of shoe you've got and how it's going to go, I'm just going to pack them in, making sure that I don't have any of the dirty parts of my shoes sort of touching. Once we've got to a complete layer, what I'm going to do is take one piece of paper and I'm just going to lay this down on my shoes. So now the next layer, again, we're just separating them so they don't end up sort of touching and getting any of that mud or dirt onto our other sort of shoes. What you may find is the surface of the box is uneven, but this is a great example now of where we can find something to fill that space. So it could be a coat, a jacket, hat or scarf, anything else that we're going to find in the vicinity. Again, as we discussed before, making sure that box is well packed so that if it is stacked, it's not going to sag. We're not going to have any subsidence in those boxes. So when we're coming to pack up the rooms, it's really important that we do check everywhere. So move out the furniture, check behind the sideboards, look under the sofa and behind it, make sure we've got everything. We don't want anything overlooked. One of the common things people leave to the last minute and forget about are items like rugs. And very simply and easy ways to pack these up, so I'll show you now. All we're going to do is roll this up and put a nice bit of tape on it to make sure it's secure. I start with a nice little roll and then try and keep it nice and tight as we go up. Once we've got that, a little bit of tape to secure it, on both ends. Making sure I go around a couple times just to ensure it doesn't come undone during transit. Now we have one rug ready to go.